Car accidents are inevitable. Everyone's gotten in at least one in their driving careers, whether it was your fault or not. Fortunately, most car accidents are minor, the only damage usually coming to the vehicles involved. But that's when things get tricky with insurance coverage and blame, the constant back and forth between drivers to determine whose fault the incident actually was. They both really know deep down who the shitty driver is, but we're all stubborn bastards, so no one would admit it. This back and forth stalemate could easily be resolved with a simple solution: a dash cam. Video evidence does not lie. Not even OJ could have gotten off if there was video evidence against him. These handy passengers film your entire drive and always feature loop recording to ensure your memory card never fills up and that you never missed an important moment. And Foresight just released two of their brand new dash cams, the 4SK X1 and 4SK010 LUX. Both of these cameras are unique in their own ways and are packed with great features, but which one should you buy? Let's start with the little guy, the 4SK X1. And don't judge this dash cam by its size, it's a beast. As soon as the cam receives power, it will turn on and begin recording. It has a rechargeable built-in battery too, but you should really try to keep it plugged in at all times, unless under special circumstances, like being in a car accident, in which case you'd want to get out of your car and record the scene. It features a 2.4-inch LCD screen. The OK button stops and starts filming. The X1 has multiple recording options, including full 1080p HD at 30 frames per second, 720p HD at 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, and 480 at 30 frames per second. The mount is a suction cup, which I always prefer to adhesive mounts. It may not have as strong of a hold as an adhesive, but suction cups are easy to move around or change cars with and won't leave residue all over your windshield. Set the clip length with the options of 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10 minutes. The camera has motion detection for when you're parked. In case something hits your car, it will record the event. Motion event recording means how long the camera should record when motion detection occurs. The auto lock G sensor locks the cam on impact, so no footage can be deleted or tampered with. The left side of the camera is home to the micro SD card slot and power button. The opposite side houses the USB port for power and an AV input. The X1 comes with a USB car power adapter, suction cup mount, and a card reader. The X1 also features advanced driver assistance systems, including lane departure warning system for when you're drifting out of your lane, and forward collision warning system for if you're getting too close to the vehicle in front of you. Both warnings have an audio indicator. In the menu, you can also set the date and clock, turn a timestamp on or off, adjust file protect level, and format the card. One of the most unique features of the X1 is its built-in Wi-Fi and smartphone compatibility. I had a little trouble finding the password though. The camera doesn't really come with a manual, just a startup guide. I later found out the manual is also on getdashcam.com, their website, but not on the 4SK X1 product page. Found the manual and the password was 12345678890. Make me go through all these goddamn hoops for the easiest password ever? Jesus! Once connected to the Wi-Fi, the manual says, when your cell phone display is connected to the product Wi-Fi, open the Wi-Fi software. Click the preview icon, your device will display a live preview of real-time monitoring of the camera on your screen. So I waited and waited, reconnected, forgot the Wi-Fi, reconnected, but nothing popped up. What do we need, a BlackBerry? So I was able to connect to the Wi-Fi, but couldn't figure out how to do the live view. A little disappointing. The other way to view your video clips is on your computer. The guide it comes with has a link to download Foresight's playback software. Once downloaded, you can upload your video files to view the footage, as well as track your locations thanks to the built-in GPS in the camera. As for the video quality, I was very impressed. The colors were solid, good dynamic range, which means it didn't blow out the highs and lows. It was sharp, and the wide angle picked up more than enough, taking in the entire windshield. The dashboard glare was minimal, and the timestamp isn't distracting. The night footage was exactly what I expected. It struggled anywhere without streetlights, but it did pretty well on main roads that have plenty of them. The X1's design is solid and compact. It literally fits in the palm of your hand with room to spare. It has built-in speakers and a built-in microphone. The X1's 140-degree wide-angle lens picks up basically everything, so don't worry too much about placement, just make sure it's level. I recommend putting it right beneath the rear view mirror. You'll barely even notice it's there. Besides the trouble I had with doing Wi-Fi live view, I really like the X1. Okay, now let's go over the 4SK010 LUX. This camera has a lot of the same features as the X1. It does full 1080p HD at 30 frames per second and 720p HD at 30 frames per second. Even though the LUX is about 2 times as wide as the X1, its screen is only 2.7 inches. The LUX has a 140-degree wide-angle lens. For clip sizes, it does 1, 3, or 5 minutes. Motion detection, motion event record, auto-lock G sensor, lane departure warning, forward collision warning system. It doesn't have Wi-Fi like the X1, but it can take still images. Instead of having to rely on Wi-Fi or a computer to play back video, you can see the clips right on the display. But video playback on a computer works the same as the X1 and uses the same program. To make it stand out, the crown jewel feature of the LUX is its Starlite Night Vision. Foresight claims that the LUX is the only dash cam in the world that can really see clearly in ultra low light conditions. Notice that they're very specific and careful with those words. Ultra low light, so not complete darkness, but this thing comes pretty damn close. The footage was phenomenal. I recorded this at night with hardly any moonlight. It picks up on everything on main roads that have a lot of streetlights and businesses, and even on neighborhood roads with minimal to no streetlights. You can't make out license plates with a reflection, but you can clearly make out vehicles and streets. I even shut my headlights off for just a few seconds to show how well it does. Again, this was recorded at night around 9:30 p.m. Very impressive foresight. The body of the LUX is glossy and reflective, but it picks up on dust and fingerprints like a fat kid getting cupcakes at a buffet. Like armfuls, man. I have functioning OCD, so that would kind of drive me a little nuts. The left side is home to the micro SD card slot, and the right side has the power button. There's also a micro USB port for power and an AV output. The OK button turns record on and off. Like the X1, the LUX also comes with a USB car power adapter, suction cup mount, and a card reader. So which one should you buy? Honestly, both are solid options. The X1 is smaller, has the Wi-Fi function that I'm sure is awesome if you can get it working, the matte finish, full recording resolution options, but no video playback on the camera. The LUX, on the other hand, can practically see in the dark, but that glossy body gets smudged so easily. The day footage on both is almost indistinguishable. The X1 has a warmer color temperature. The LUX might have a more accurate white balance setting. We ain't making short films here, so that doesn't really matter. But which to pick? Which to pick? Very tough choice, but I'm gonna go with the X1. I like the smaller size a lot more than the LUX. It won't pick up on my fingerprints and dust, and it does a decent enough time recording at night in the city to get the job done. And even though I couldn't get the Wi-Fi live view to work, I still like it. But that's just my personal preference. The LUX is still a great dash cam. But which one would you choose? Let us know in the comments below. Either way, make sure you guys check out both of these cameras as well as all of our dash cams at qualitymobilevideo.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Click that like button, join the conversation below, and follow us on Instagram. Come on, you're already on your phone. Thanks for watching.